Welcome to the CouncilCast. This is episode 248, being recorded on March 14th, 2023. The council is now in session, and as with every week, we will make arbitrary decisions about topics on science, technology, and random shit.
Random shit.
While crinkling bags and eating with our mouth open. All CouncilCast decisions are final and have no bearing on anything that you may or may not eat in the future.
That was for that cranky listener last week that was complaining about us making too much crunchy noises on our microphones. There you go.
Just live with that.
Yep, suck it.
We're here. Thank you.
Well, if you're going to tell somebody to suck it, you might want to know whether they are actually a grower or a shower, because apparently science has now proven that
Best segue ever.
That was a transition right there. That was it.
Science has proven that apparently growers and showers exist for real life. So if you ever thought that your penis was too big or too small, don't worry. Science proves it's okay.
Oh, wow. Great.
I'm not sure I understand this article at all. What are you saying, Blaine?
How big is it?
Can we get a banana for scale?
Well, it depends. Are we showing a shower or a grower? So
yes.
But yeah, no. Apparently, a study was done by the European Association of Urology in
There's your
Milan.
banana,
Oh my
Dave.
gosh, no. I was afraid of what picture was going to show.
And apparently what they set out to prove or test is there such a thing as growers and showers? And if so, how many people are each? And does it affect your health? Or is there some genetic reason as to why you might be one or the other? So what they found out is that they do both exist for real. And apparently they found out that men don't necessarily fall in either extreme. They are somewhere in the middle. So there you go.
All men are
comment on
both.
this. All men are kind of both?
All men are kind of both.
A quarter of them had their penis size grow by more than 56%. That's considered a grower.
Yes.
Okay, now let's all go around to describe what we are. If
I can show.
No.
Would that be considered pornographic? This would be scientific in nature, so it would not be banned from YouTube. We wouldn't.
We're not sexualizing it, so it's okay.
Yeah,
is that what you're saying, Dave?
Exactly. It's not pornographic, so it would be allowed on YouTube.
No.
right.
I don't
but
get
yes,
it.
apparently if your penis grows by more than 56%, you're a grower, and if it grew less than 31%, then you're a shower.
I still don't know how to respond to this.
So one of the things that they were apparently trying to prove is that, or at least test, is if anybody needed to ever have penis surgery, they might need to know what style you are, as they may need to replace it with like-kind material.
Is it for insurance purposes?
Probably.
I'm
Like
sure.
kind?
They did say that apparently growers tend to have more stretchy penises than showers do. So you don't want to replace a grower with a shower's penis skin,
Okay,
I guess.
I'm just real curious. I really haven't looked at the rest of the topics, but why is this not in random shit? I don't get it. How is this scientific?
I thought you would have appreciated this one, Brian. It's 100% science. They did a study.
How they did a study?
By actual doctors, by medical doctors.
What?
I don't know how you can argue with this one.
I don't know how anyone would want to be associated with this one.
Well, apparently the entire European Association of Urology does. So there you go.
That's like 3 people. Come on.
It might be.
They decided to fund this study.
I'm just gonna abstain on this one. Can I abstain or do I have to vote?
You have to vote.
I'm gonna vote.
With a droopy penis.
There you go.
I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. I'm glad that these guys are answering real science questions. I was very concerned.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Wow. Well, and apparently, something that you wouldn't want to use your penis for is getting drunk.
You don't know me.
But
how would you do that?
Well, I mean,
let's put together a study.
There's boofing.
Okay, that I'm in on that. That one makes sense.
Can you go the other direction?
And what? Get drunk and use your penis?
Well, boofing is going up the ass. Supposed to get drunk really quick. I only know this because one of our Supreme Court justices.
Dave, we don't want to know.
Literally was talking about this weekend.
Okay.
Continue.
All right.
Like,
I don't know.
So what are you talking about, Blaine?
Steve-O.
Well, if you are apparently drunk, science has now found that you might be able to take a shot to instantly de-drunkify yourself.
A shot of what?
Shot?
Shot of whiskey.
Yes.
It's about goddamn time.
They apparently have been testing this on mice, and they give mice a dose of a special hormone called FGF21, and apparently it causes mice to go almost instantly sober.
Wow.
After being drunk. So apparently this hormone, it kind of jumpstarts your liver to kind of work faster. So they're apparently thinking that might be why it works. So I can only imagine they're going to roll this out to human trials next week.
Just in time for spring break.
Yep,
just in time for spring break.
That's actually their trial area. Is they're just going to go to Florida for spring break.
South Padre Island.
All right, this is definitely science, and I think it's awesome. Thank you. A good topic.
So yeah, they say that they could also use it for treating patients who come in for alcohol poisoning and other things. So
well, that's smart. Okay.
I think this would be a good thing to just start having as an over-the-counter drug.
Yeah, that wouldn't encourage binge drinking at all.
A thumbs up for that. Why not?
Well, thumbs up for it either way, for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, I get the mini applications, but it is nice to know that they're thinking about using it in an emergency room for someone who needs that kind of attention. So that's good.
Especially if somebody got drunk through their penis. We never know. So
back to
I don't
that.
know how they do it.
Okay.
Yeah, back to that. Well, you might be on the edge of a new discovery there. Or you might be able to use Microsoft Edge to upscale your web videos now if you have a AMD or NVIDIA graphics card.
Interesting.
Wow. Okay.
This is very, very interesting because NVIDIA just released the driver for their AI upscaling like today.
Yep.
I knew it was coming.
How does the video get upscaled? What is it? Does it look better or crisper or something? Or
it
what?
sharpens. It uses AI, so magic. Essentially,
I thought they were just doing like a super resolution.
Yeah, to upscale, to take a lower resolution image and make it higher resolution. So, and with all
I kind of had a different idea. I had a different image in mind, a video of like just some basic kind of homely looking people, and then you upscale it and they look amazing, gorgeous, supermodel type stuff. That would be kind of what I would think.
Does Riverside have any filters that I can apply?
Hey, I was just wondering if there's a way for me to start catfishing real good on the internet.
I upscaled all my family photos and videos, and we look amazing.
But yeah, Dave, you're right. I
looking.
think NVIDIA just released their own version. I think kind of through the NVIDIA driver.
Yep.
But I think that works on any video, if I
That only
remember
works in
correctly.
Chromium browsers.
Oh, it does. Okay.
On any video.
So Microsoft. So the trick here is you have to use Microsoft Edge because apparently Microsoft built in their own DirectX 12 pipeline to use their machine learning framework. So, but it does work on any graphics card except for Intel.
So ChatGPT for video.
Sure. I mean, I'm
I'm
kind of
voting
curious
thumbs down.
how well it works or not. I mean, I'm not
But
sure if
the
it
image
would
on
be
this.
enough for me to switch to using Chrome or not, or Edge or not.
I think
That's all
like Edge
this.
Canary is their like insider build or their like beta build. So you have to.
Oh, do you have to be on their
Yeah, it's not on production
development?
yet.
Can you see the difference
only
between those
available
two?
on Edge Canary. You're right.
One looks brighter than the other.
This kind of looks a little muddy, and over here, this kind of looks also a different type of muddy.
I agree.
Wow.
Wow, that's
Can't wait for
disappointing.
this technology.
Well put, Silas.
It's just a different kind of muddy.
You just sound like a fucking hater, man.
I wonder how well.
Not
it'll
Mac.
work.
It gets a thumbs down.
It cleaned up these
Don't hate the
images,
player,
Can
but
you
it
get Edge on
made these
Mac?
other ones worse. Can't do everything. Yeah, that's not impressive at all.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna have
could,
to go.
Silas. You could use this on a Mac.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just. I also, but I'm like, there are a lot of AI upscaling things that I've seen out there that I kind of go, this. I've tested them and like used them, tried to use them for client projects and stuff, and I'm always like, no, it's just not. It's just a different kind of bad. Like I'm not going to try and pass this off and say, hey, I fixed your video file. And they're just going to be like, sorry, it's unfixable.
I mean, I think it's an interesting idea. I think, but to your point there, Silas, I mean, for production videos, like, I don't think this is going to be something that people want to do. But if you just like uploaded a shitty ass video to TikTok and YouTube or something, and you want to say like, hey, I want to make it look slightly better, then okay, I guess maybe it's kind of good.
What
but...
I
Makes
like
me think
is.
of.
Go ahead. I was going to say what I like about it as a use case scenario would be more it upscaling low res like YouTube videos while I'm watching and just trying to make those look a little bit sharper. That's all that I want to see it for. Is that all it's for?
Pretty much.
Oh, then okay, sure. I'll give it a thumbs up.
Makes me think of Super Troopers.
My mind is final.
Makes me think of Super Troopers when he keeps going enhance, enhance, enhance.
I mean, it's like every time I watch YouTube and I'm watching it, and I'm like, this is resolution, and I'm waiting for it to like do the buffer jump to high quality, and then it never does it, and then I click on it, and it's like 480, and I'm just like,
yeah,
awesome.
Yeah. Now I know why that makes me.
I wonder
sad.
if we could counteract YouTube's shitty 1080 compression.
It might actually.
Oh, maybe. We upload everything 4K for all of our clients because it's just it. Even when you play it back at 1080, a 4K file playback at 1080 looks better than a 1080p playback at 1080.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
And the 4K, like the 4K compression has got to be totally different because, or the 1440 has got to be totally different because the audio has is much higher bit rate, and the video is even way better. I play everything at 1440 if I can at this point, even if I'm just running it in windowed mode.
Yeah.
Because the 1080 is just junk.
Yeah, in that case, I'm going to give it a thumbs up for making YouTube videos slightly better.
I know on the
Would that make the CouncilCast slightly better?
It might.
I know on the NVIDIA side, if you're running it, your GPU is drawing like 300 watts.
Yikes.
Wow.
So it's
I don't think this is doing that, but
that's a lot.
That seems like a little much.
That's excessive.
well, something that might not be so excessive is that Ford is dropping the AM radio on its next Ford Mustang car.
Oh boy.
How will you hear your favorite sports team or find out if the world is dying or something? Isn't that where you do emergency broadcasting stuff?
You'll just have an AM app that you plug in.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
There'll be an app that you can download.
What will
and they
NPR
just-
do?
they
NPR is
stream it.
on FM.
Just go under?
Yeah, they are on FM.
No, they're not. All right, maybe
Also,
they are.
I
I
can
get 'em
say
on FM.
to my smart speaker, "Hey Siri, play NPR," and it'll play my local NPR radio station.
Is that like a clock radio that wakes you up in the morning? Is that same
Yeah,
thing?
I was just gonna say that if you've got a clock radio that you can communicate with, most likely you can tell it to play your
Play your
local
NPR station for you. Play AM.
Just play AM.
Any AM.
At 12 o'clock, it will start playing.
Of course, if you do a channel search on AM, you're pretty much going from static to static. So I can see why there's no
there's
real
only
reason
like
to have it.
2 channels, right?
Yeah, not very many. 2 channels
no,
and they
AM
both suck.
Even
AM
though
obviously
technically
has been
there are
out
more channel
for-
options on AM, aren't there?
I don't think so.
You know, I haven't
I mean,
listened
they're
to
Talk
AM
radio.
since I
It's
was
usually
5,
talk
so.
radio, country, or NPR. That's about it. Or maybe your favorite baseball team is playing.
No, I doubt they even play country on AM anymore. I mean, because the audio quality is just garbage. It's only really good for voice.
Country or
And baseball.
country or baseball.
So yeah, I mean, I guess if you are looking to keep listening to AM radio, you might want to reconsider buying a new Ford Mustang. But there are some people who are a little upset about this, as you guys did mention, the Federal Emergency Management Agency uses AM to hand out or distribute emergency messages. So
Yeah.
But what if
Um,
I don't use an AM device? Like if I've got
I
my
mean-
radio on in my car to FM and the emergency broadcast comes over, does it switch automatically?
no.
So
Leave
then
it to the
what does it-
government to have the oldest, stupidest thing ever to communicate the most important message of our lives, that the world is coming to
aliens
an
have
end.
landed.
Yep.
I mean, to be honest, right now they already can push messages to your phone. So I guess I'm not going to worry too much about if I can get it on my AM radio.
Not if
or
the satellites get destroyed before they land.
Yeah. Or they use
Um,
satellites against us.
Good point, Brian.
Or they turn the satellites into lasers.
Lots of ifs in there. I'm going to say thumbs down because AM serves a real public, has a real public purpose. So
I think they should just get a whole bunch of loudspeakers and just announce messages that way and get rid of AM altogether. So thumbs up for getting rid of AM.
I'm gonna give it a thumbs up because nobody under the age of 60 uses AM anyway.
Well, that's ageist. So I give it a thumbs down.
But what about
I was
the topic?
watching the Philomena Kunk on Earth on Netflix or whatever, and she was talking about the Sputnik satellites, and she was talking to the expert about it. It was like, so Russia sent spunk up into space. Like, he's like, I think what you're referring to is the Sputnik satellite. She's like, no, I read it on a card earlier before the interview. It said they sent spunk up into space. He's like, they did not.
Spunk it.
They shot it out of a hole in the ground.
She's like, oh, you know what? That probably makes sense because it wouldn't stick together very well up there. It'd just kind of float around and be all globby, wouldn't it? And she's like, I'm sorry, am I saying too much? Sorry, do I need to change the topic?
She's
my
awesome.
gosh.
Well, if there is an emergency, such as an alligator getting out, you won't be able to use AM radio to announce it. But The person who stole it might return the alligator after 20 years. Apparently, 20 years ago, an alligator was stolen from the Central Zoo in Texas,
Yeah.
and apparently, 20 years later, the person who stole it just returned it.
Was it a Florida man?
Actually, they got a call from the Texas Park and Wildlife, who said they found the missing gator. Not that it was returned, but that it was found.
And returned.
I mean, yes, I guess it was returned. It turns out that the alligator was stolen as a baby in its egg by one of the zookeepers. And they decided to just keep it in their house for fun for 20 years. Because who doesn't just do that?
How big did this thing get?
Real goddamn
Full
big, Brian.
size?
Real big.
What? That's incredible. That's unbelievable.
Yes, it was a very big alligator. So apparently the woman is going to get fined $500 for stealing it.
That's it?
She kept it alive for all this time, and now the biggest alligator the zoo's ever had is going to come back with a story, and people are going to come and see it. They should give her a medal.
They should give her a medal.
No one
instead of
goes to
finding
the
her
zoo.
$500.
That's not that big of an alligator.
Apparently she violated. She was charged with a Class C misdemeanor for possession of an alligator without a permit, despite the fact that she started out with just an egg.
I think it's funny that it's just a $500 fine for an exotic animal, and it would have been completely legal if she would have had a permit.
Exactly.
$50 permit.
They didn't
I
charge
still
her for
think
theft.
They're not charging her with theft or
Statute
anything
of
like that.
limitations has expired on the theft.
They should interview
maybe
her. They should stick her on the zoo website. They should have her do a lecturing thing with the alligator nearby and talk about how she raised it. The zoo would make
You
a
too
lot
could
of money.
steal animals to have fun pets at your house if you're a zoologist.
There you go. She should be glorified for what she did.
Hero.
I say thumbs up. Good job, lady. Or thumbs down for the zoo people. Stupid. They should have exploited this thing to make a
The
lot of money.
zoo people.
Yep, zoo people. What do you call them? Zoologists? Give me a break.
I don't know, man.
I give it a thumbs down for stealing the alligator egg in the first place.
Well, yeah, okay, that's true.
So anyway, I guess it's a good thing they didn't have to put the alligator down, but if they did, they might have been able to use the world's smallest Nerf dart gun.
Now you've got me hooked.
I'm already watching the video.
Whoa! This wasn't under science?
No, I remember I switched them around this week, Brian. But yes, so this is this guy Joel Hartlaub has his own YouTube channel called Joel Creates, and he has apparently created what he is calling the world's smallest Nerf dart launcher, where it literally has the entire launcher inside of a Nerf dart.
That's amazing. Super useful.
So yeah, I mean, this guy, he it's actually kind of interesting. If you do watch the video, I'd say the video is probably 3 times longer than it really needs to be. But basically, he builds an
That way
explosive
YouTube will add as
cartridge.
many ads as possible to it.
Yes. He uses a little bit of the flash cotton and stuffs that inside of the dart, and then uses a capacitor with a button to basically ignite
A flux
that
capacitor?
so that it shoots off. Yes, a flux capacitor to shoot it off.
A Nerf
They did some
capacitor.
testing on it, and apparently he was able to shoot his dart up to 44 feet, where apparently a normal off-the-shelf Nerf blaster will have a range of about 50 feet. So he's pretty darn close with something that's pretty small.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's
His
pretty cool.
hat is even better.
His hat. Yes.
Cyber strike.
I think that's pretty clever. Yeah, I can't wait for Nerf to start selling these things. I'm sure they're going to get on this right away.
I probably will.
Thumbs up for that. I'd buy it.
This is awesome. I'm gonna go subscribe to this guy.
Maybe we'll have him on a show next week,
I'll
2
message
weeks.
him.
a month from now. I don't know. I don't care.
Want to come on our podcast? Talk about your
I
dart
bet
gun?
more people would come on our podcast if we told everyone that we had like 1 million subscribers.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's no way for them to check that. You know what? It's actually pretty hard to check podcast stats. So if we just on our audio podcast that we haven't posted to in 2 years.
We haven't posted for 2 years because we can't handle the volume of the literally millions of
Our
people.
fan base is mobbing us every time we go out for groceries. It's unbearable.
So we've just stopped for a while. We're just doing the stuff in the studio because we don't want to go out and get mobbed like the Beatles did.
Yes. I hate it when the Beatles get mobbed.
I'm listening to a book
like the Beatles.
by one of the members of Monty Python, Eric Idle, but he hung out with George Harrison a lot. And he told the story about George's house getting broken into and him getting stabbed like 8 times by this guy and almost died. And he had to fight this guy off for 15 minutes. He and his wife were fighting this person off for 15 minutes who was hopped up on drugs or something. I don't know. It was a crazy story. And which I had no idea about. I knew that George Harrison had passed from cancer, but I didn't realize that a year before that, he got nearly stabbed to death by some crazy guy in his house. Good story. Who wants to make a billionaire pitch?
All right.
Wow, that was timely.
One for the ages.
That almost sounded like I told that story.
So yeah, we'll move on to our billionaire pitches of the week, I'd say, from there.
I got a billionaire pitch.
Who wants to start us off? All right.
I'd like a billionaire. Actually, hold on, let me pick one. I always forget to pick somebody. Eeny, meeny, miny, scroll. Elaine. No, let me pick number 40. Len Blavatnik. He's made his money in music and chemicals. And I would like him to create a home security system that'll stop you from getting stabbed to death.
The trunk monkey.
Just
stops you from getting stabbed. That's it.
Yep.
Like if they came with a gun, no, all bets are off.
That'll be a prototype for our next upgraded version. So you can have the base model, and then eventually we'll upgrade to guns, and we'll just keep upping the ante until we basically have the home security system that Rick pulls together for his family when what was that episode where they had the space infection, and then there were multiple new characters popping up, and they had to decide who was real, and they shot Mr.
That was the Mr. Meeseeks episode. That's when they had
Meeseeks.
That's when they had the Meeseeks box.
No, it was not. The multiple.
Oh, yeah, no, it's the Parasite thing.
Anyone? Yeah, the Parasite. Anyone seen any zany characters recently?
And they're like, Koosh! Just shot Mr. Poopy, but only starts bleeding, and they're like, oh god, Mr. Poopy.
I'm glad you didn't have any bad memories of me.
It's so good.
Yeah, but that's a long ways down the road, so we don't need that version of that house security system just yet.
All right, so home security system stops you from getting stabbed to death. All right, well, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, I have one for it's the billionaire's name is Roko Kamiso, and then there's another guy that has about the same, Lin Bin. And they're both in tech stuff, and
Okay.
I would like for them to make an actual AI, uh, whatever that can take really crappy videos and
Yep.
make them look like superstars.
Skynet. I think we should call it Skynet.
No, I was thinking more like, oh shoot, what's the one on the Matrix? Oh, the Matrix. Yeah, I was thinking something they could come up with a program that changes reality really and call it the Matrix. That would be reality is,
Or Hal.
reality is, you look terrible, but the Matrix can take your video and turn it into you look amazing.
Wait, so is this just video that you're just the video itself looks awesome, Brian, or real life looks awesome?
What's
I'm a
the
little
difference,
confused
Blaine?
here. Okay.
We're talking about the Matrix getting involved. I think
Don't ask
videos,
questions, man.
videos and
Kung.
photos. Like you can just put the Matrix scrubber through your Facebook program, and all of a sudden everyone's super amazed at how you look and how your life is going, and all the videos and pictures and everything just looks like way better.
But when you meet them in real life, and then you're like, no,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Got it.
Yep.
Kunk on Earth said we don't actually have any, because it was so long ago, we don't have any footage of these ancient temples, but with these sophisticated computer graphics, you can see exactly how beautiful it would be. And it's just Minecraft. They just built the thing in Minecraft and we're jumping around. That show's so good. Anyway, yeah, thumbs up for your Matrix ripoff thing. Wow, how do you get steak to taste so good in here? Yeah, okay. I know it's not real.
I think that's a good thumbs up, and I'm gonna go with a pitch that's maybe counter to Brian's idea there. My pitch is that I think Mr. Aliko Dangote should create an AI that literally turns people into whatever they want, but their videos.
This is just
look like
Animorphs.
Well, no, but Animorphs, you only turn into the same animal.
I love it.
Matt, do you not like that idea? Come up with a better one. Come on.
I don't have any ideas.
I just want to upscale reality.
Upscale reality. This is how I look.
Can
you put me in that machine that makes me look amazing? That's called a gym.
This reminds me of a movie with Bruce Willis, where everyone lived in robot suits.
What?
They controlled robots.
Oh,
what was that?
That's called Westworld.
No.
I know which one you're talking about, but I can't remember what it's
Willis.
called. I want to say Surrogates, but that's not right.
It might be.
Boy Scout.
Surrogates.
Was it?
Nailed it.
Okay.
Wow, that's a movie.
Yeah.
Any good?
Yeah, it was all right. Hey, I watched it in high school. I thought it was all right then.
All right. Anybody else got a pitch for any billionaire this week?
Nope. Uh-huh.
Sure. Sounds about right. All right. Why do you switch the songs?
Because I have two that are named CouncilCast Outro, and I like the classic one better.
All right. Well, with that, we're going to call this council meeting adjourned. Thank you all for listening as we do record this podcast live Tuesday nights on YouTube. If you liked what you saw and want to check out all past episodes, you can go to councilcast.org sometime in the future. You can also find the audio files on iTunes or your favorite podcatcher, maybe. And if you have a topic you'd like the council's decision on, you can definitely email us at idon'tcare@councilcast.org or connect with us on Twitter at RealCouncilCast or check us out on Reddit, as long as it's not down at /CouncilCast. Thanks for
Do
listening.
you say this from
Goodbye.
memory or do you read it?
I read it.
No.